Welcome to the Super Spy Podcast. Hello, rock stars. Doing something a little different tonight because I'm going to go ahead and introduce the first chapter of my book, which will be on a separate podcast. But I just wanted to lay out a few things. First of all, the bottom line, if you were to describe my life in the military, working for the intelligence community, I guess you could say that I've been crossing that fine line between bravery and stupidity. And you could probably say that to be true, I've been doing that since birth. But the bottom line is, I've lived a charmed life. I've been blessed. I've been given so many incredible chances of experiencing some of the most incredible things in life. And I will never regret the things that I did. Even today, as I sit here behind this microphone, kind of hurting because I've got chronic pains from a few of the missions that I ran. I have no regrets. I've had three near-death experiences. One of them, I really did believe it was it. But I have come to know that my Creator and I have an understanding. I believe in Him, and I know that most of the times He looks down favorably on me and on the things that I'm doing, because that's the kind of life I try to live. But I could honestly say that throughout my career, I was always at the right place at the right time, and I was doing the right things. And that's how I ended up working in the enigmatic world of black ops. And I had missions all over the world. I started off in some missions in the frozen Bering Sea shores of Nome, Alaska, and found myself just a few months later in the humid, horribly humid, but beautiful jungles throughout Central America. I have been described by foreign intelligence services as an incredibly intellectual and flexible operator, which is, pretty darn cool. I've actually been selected many times to take up special assignments in the city of Berlin, which I absolutely love, and I would give anything to go back and visit. And I've had many missions in and around the war-torn regions of Iraq, Syria, and a lot of the other Middle Eastern countries. But please, I don't want you guys to think that these spy books, if you will, are some of the describe some of the sexy lives of a spy, because that's fake. There were times when I had found myself in a really beautiful setting, or in a posh setting, if you will. I remember one time sitting in a tent in the beautiful country of Qatar, and just thinking to myself, how in the world did I luck out and get to sit on these cashmere carpets in the middle of the desert, eating this incredible food with these very important people. So I lived a charmed life. you know. I didn't have those fancy gadgets that you see on a lot of the movies and things like that. But it was, I'm just going to tell you, and I know this is going to sound a little boastful, but most of the people that did the things that I do, or did the things that I did, or are doing the things that I did, here's the bottom line. It's just pure testosterone blended with good old American smarts. And not just American smarts, because I worked a lot with some of the British intelligence people. And matter of fact, I'm going to give a shout out right now to the 7th Intelligence Company out of Berlin, Germany. I worked extensively with them, and they are a great group of guys. We worked in some of the missions going into East Berlin at the time. This is prior to and immediately after the fall of the Berlin Wall. And that kind of leads me to a pretty cool story. It was 1989. Yeah, 1989. There's 4 of us. We traveled into East Berlin. And as we were in East Berlin, we were there on an official capacity. So we had to wear some dress uniforms. And we were watching a parade. It was one of their events that they had annually, the East Germans. And this was in East Berlin again. And this is before the wall came down. So we were there on official capacity. We were taking pictures of the parade. And actually, to be honest with you, I was enjoying the parade. It was pretty cool. And at the time, the money exchange rate was pretty good for the U.S., as $1 was equal to about 100 East German Deutschmarks. So, or marks, I should say. So I was really happy about that. And we decided we were going to go ahead and get some coffee and pastries. It was early in the morning. We were getting set up. So we went to this coffee shop. And all I had was a 100 mark bill. So I told the guys, I'm going to have to pay for this because I know they're not going to have change for this 100 mark bill. So each of us ordered coffee and a pastry, and it came out to 17 marks. Okay, so 17 marks to me was, a couple cents, if you will. And as the young lady came, I took the bill and I handed her the 100 mark bill, and she said she did not have the change, according to the translator. And I just looked at her and I said, "Stimtzel," which means, keep the change. And she was like, "Oh, no. She couldn't keep that much change." And I just told the translator, I said, "Just tell her to keep the change. We're very happy to be here." And so he told her that again, and she goes back to the kitchen. Next thing you know, here comes this lady, and she comes up to the table, and she just, grabs me and hugs me, and she's just going on and on. And I look at the translator. I said, "Dude, what is she saying?" And he said, "Well, it looks like she's offering you her daughter." So I felt bad in that here I was flaunting my wealth, which I really wasn't doing. That's all I had was a 100 mark bill, and that was only $1, or $1 US. So I felt bad about that. I didn't want to seem arrogant or rich beyond all definitions, but it was an awkward situation. But it was funny, and needless to say, I know I did not marry her daughter. I was happily married and still am, and we just continued our mission and collected some really great pictures. But that was one of the cool things I got to do, and I got to do a lot of cool things. You'll read that in my book. And listen, summer is coming up. and a lot of the kids are getting out of high school or whatever they're graduating from or taking a break from college. Do yourself a favor. And I mean this. It's not about making money for me. It's about getting people to read what really happened back in the day, and you will understand that in today's society, all we're getting are a bunch of lies. But the intelligence community works hard. And for some reason lately, they've been infiltrated by political crap. And I am going to say that, and I don't care if I get in trouble for that. It's sad that good intelligence analysts, good intelligence collectors have been co-opted by power of the dollar. I mean, my gosh, if the guys that I operated with would have taken any kind of bribes like these guys are taking now, it would be absolute. I would be ashamed, and I would be shocked, because I worked with some of the best. I worked with true American heroes. No, I'm not saying that I was one of them heroes. I just did what I was told to do. These guys were above and beyond. They promulgated the standards by which today's collectors should be working. So I say all that to say this. Look at my books. It's the way it was. It's the way it should be today. And you'd be surprised at the crazy things that go on within the intelligence collection arena. Now, just one disclaimer. I am not a professional reader. So what you're going to hear on my chapters that I am going to put online here, that's just me reading my books to you. And I go a little bit off script because I love telling these stories. I'm very proud of what I did. Even though I eventually got forced to retire, I was proud of what I did. So do yourself a favor, go to Amazon, go to Barnes & Noble, go to Kindle, and pick up any one of the books by Willis A. Bullard. That's me. Or just look up Biff Baxter, Super Spy. And get the books, not only for yourself, but for your kids, if you've got kids that aren't going to do anything this summer. And maybe it'll open up their minds to possibly a career with the intelligence community. Super Spy is out. Hey, rock stars, don't forget to pick up your copy of The Life and Times of Biff Baxter, or Secrets Revealed, Terrorism USA, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kindle.